Okay, we've got a lot to talk about this afternoon, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. Ross talking about the Tesla bomber and whether or not the mystery drones could be caused by China.
Everybody's telling me that there is no capacity by China to deliver car SUV-sized drones, so-called, over US airspace from supposed submarines off the coast. That's a technical ability that China just doesn't have. The allegations of Livelsberger, as you say, he was clearly a man operating under mental stress. He was suffering from PTSD and a marriage breakup. Everything he says should be taken with a considerable grain of salt. But is it possible that as somebody briefed into a national security secret, he was given an explanation for these supposed drones, i.e. China, which may in fact not be accurate? Is the government telling falsehoods to its own people to try and cover for something perhaps more anomalous in explanation?
Yeah, good question, Ross. And I think it's interesting that he talks about that the bomber actually potentially having access to some of this information. Did he or did he not have access to, classified, SAP type information? I would love to know. I would love some corroboration on that. Either way, some are saying, well, maybe he had a need to know. So maybe he did. We just don't know, and I think it's really interesting that Ross is putting that out there. If you guys have seen any corroboration on that, I would love to know. Meanwhile, there's more to talk about. What about the coup de grace that Matthew Pines was talking about? He was saying there was going to be a major whistleblower coming forward that was going to deliver the coup de grace of UFO disclosure. Well, in an interview with Pavel Ibarra of Psychoactivo, he says that actually that whistleblower, former, high-ranking government official, has actually already given that testimony. That's right. He's already given this testimony, presumably behind closed doors in Congress or the Pentagon, but they are sitting on that testimony and they have not released it yet. But they might in the near future, maybe with an incoming administration, maybe with new people in charge, whatever. There is hope that they will release this, according to Matthew Pines, is groundbreaking, bombshell information from this high-level person. Some people are speculating that it's Eric Clapper. Some people are speculating that it's various other individuals. We just don't know. It may be somebody we've never even heard about in the UFO space before. But either way, big if true and big if we ever get to see it. I do believe that it's true, but will we ever get to see it? Meanwhile, this is really interesting. Getting back to the Tesla bomber, Michaela Foucault, who is a U.S.-China subject matter expert and national security U.S. Air Force veteran, who claims to have known the Tesla bomber, and I can never say his name right. I'm just going to call him the Tesla bomber. Well, she says, yeah, she lives on Fort Bragg, and she actually knows him. And she says that the Tesla bomber, whom she calls Berg, is still alive. I believe that Berg is still alive because of the tradecraft he carried out on the raw Tesla footage that we saw. I also believe that he was intentional in all of his actions, and while hurried, he displayed elite tradecraft in conveying what needed to be conveyed. I don't know if this message will get me arrested, nor do I care. I want you to operate with the assumption that Berg is waiting for people to accept that he is alive and wants to testify before President Donald Trump. I don't know what to do with that, guys. Let me know what you think is out there, what you think that means. Just putting that out there. That is wild. That is wild stuff. Yeah. Meanwhile, we have various cool UFO stuff to look at. This video was taken in New Jersey of a UAP, shows the flight characteristics described by Bob Lazar, says Chris Ramsey, almost as if it's skipping through space. Okay, let's take a look.
It just vanished. I just watched it vanish.
Right there. Right there. It was right there, and then it blinked out and
It just
appeared
vanished.
there.
I just watched it vanish.
And yes, indeed, Bob Lazar has talked about that very thing, and various witnesses have seen stuff like this, and this could be exactly what they were describing.
It looks like a line with a dot in the middle.
It just vanished. I just watched.
That is great footage, guys. That is great footage. It looks legit to me, but let me know what you guys think. Either way, this is definitely how UFOs are often described moving. You blink and they're gone, or they just skip out. And in fact, on the radar of the USS Omaha during their swarm incident that I talked about with Steve Bissett the other day, on the video over the radar screen, you can actually see the objects in that UFO swarm blinking in and out of existence, possibly going to different places. It's great stuff. So this is likely a visual of that same phenomenon. Love it. Really, really cool. Here's another interesting one. Weird anomalous light in Phoenix. And this was a week or so ago. What is this thing? Can y'all come up with a rational, mundane explanation? It's not rational is the wrong word to use. Alien is rational. Other dimensional is rational. Just, have to look at reality in a broader context, right? What is rational? But is it mundane? Can this thing be explained by mundane causes? Or are we looking at something anomalous here? Really, really cool footage of some weird rod-like thing in Phoenix. That was December 27th, and it says last night, so about a week ago. Meanwhile, we've got another Bigfoot footprint to check out. 20-inch long Sasquatch-shaped track found southeast of Mount Shasta. Of course, from Mount Shasta. Look at that. Yeah, I mean, that's an enormous footprint. I mean, sometimes the scale can be a little deceiving on these things, but either way, it is. I mean, if real, it's huge. That's huge, but it really is. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you Bigfoot people? Do y'all believe in Bigfoot? I used to think that Bigfoot was pretty silly until I did the research into it, and now I'm certain that Bigfoot is in fact a thing. But he's not just some lost primate that we haven't discovered yet. He's way more anomalous and interesting than that. And there's different varieties of Bigfoot. Various people have interacted with Bigfoot. And it's no surprise, of course, that he would be seen at Mount Shasta. Meanwhile, from Murraysville, Pennsylvania, UAP drone, mystery drone, seen flying from up close, literally right on his house. Okay, all right. Well, let's check it out. You can hear kind of a plane noise, but at that distance I would expect the plane to be much louder. Some of these things make rotor noises, some of them make plane noises. Okay, well, actually that is at a pretty good distance. But it is very similar to these other mystery drones that we have seen. So is that a plane or is that a mystery drone? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Meanwhile, this is a great conversation. Talk about whether they're mundane or not. This is a great conversation between a mother and her kid or kids about whether we are under an alien invasion.
Look at the alien invasion, y'all.
There's no alien invasion.
Yes, it is an alien invasion. What is it? Look at them. They moving in circles at the top. See, the formation on the right, and then they got another formation in the middle, and another formation on the left. Mm-hmm.
Aliens,
What?
who is this? They don't live with us.
Let me see. Look at the alien invasion, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know what those things are, but I thought that was a cute conversation. So what do you think, guys? Which end of the spectrum are you on? Are we under an alien invasion, or is this the phenomenon trying to wake people up, or to send a message to the government or governments of the world with the mystery drone phenomenon? Is it all China? Is it all Russia? Is it the control group? Who is doing this and why? As this drags on, as I've said many, many times, I think that it's looking more and more anomalous to me, more like the phenomenon. None of these things have been recovered, and yet they apparently are crashing into planes, in trees, which, hey, that is something that UFOs do. Preston Dennett did an hour-long video describing various instances in which UFOs had crashed into planes, trains, and automobiles. That's right, UFOs have crashed into trains, according to the research of Preston Dennett. So it does fit a pattern of crashing into stuff. In David Paulides' Missing 411, the UFO Connection, there is another incident of a UFO crashing into a tree. So yeah, that's they crash, but we don't get any of them in the public purview. So yeah, it is fitting a pattern. What is the deal? What is going on? If this is the phenomenon, sending a message to the governments of the world to disclose, or else potentially, or else we're going to do it for you. Is it now a race between the various world governments to disclose first? Or is there enough pressure exerted from the UFO control group in America, or the powers that be generally, to prevent that from happening? Or do you think the phenomenon could exert enough pressure on Denmark, say, for them to pony up with the UFO goods? Let me know what you think about it all in the comments below. Just wanted to do a short video this afternoon testing out my new microphone. I might be going back to my old microphone for tomorrow morning just to be sure. We can do a comparison, but let me know what you think about my new microphone and all the good UFO news today. Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I'd love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.